about recruiting him perhaps. Queensland defended well in the first game against Sydney. 0-0 draw at the Sydney Football Stadium. You called it. Sydney, do they fluff their lines when it counted most?
Yeah, sort of, I suppose you could say that. As the home team, perhaps they were expected to, take the advantage to Queensland for the second leg. They had the chances to, let's be honest. Alex Brosk on another night might have bagged a hat-trick, and they did create some chances. The first half was very cagey, as we thought it might be, and I've read a few things in the press that this was a boring game and it wasn't great football, and there's a lot at stake here, and it's not just in Australia that these boring games happen. Anybody remember the 2003 UEFA Champions League final, AC Milan and Juventus? It was dreadful. So let's not get carried away. I thought it was a very tight contest between two very evenly matched teams, and obviously neither is out of it, and I just wouldn't be surprised if the conditions of the tie now actually suited Sydney going into the second leg, because the rule will probably try and come out of play, and that might just suit the likes of Juninho and Corica, but we'll see.
Of course, Sydney unbeaten on the road through the home and away season, so that will set them in good stead. And before we move on from Queensland quickly, some word in the press today that not only Michael Thwaite will his slip through the net, but John McCain is on the radar, perhaps, of the Queensland rule. Can you fill us in on that?
Well, I'm not sure. To be honest, that's the first I've heard about that. But my news is that John McCain is about to sign for CFR Cluj.
Well, there you go.
In Romania. He's with Poli Timișoara at the moment. He's been there, I think, for a season or two. Very highly rated in Romania. And so much so that Cluj, who are currently leading the league and could obviously therefore be playing in the Champions League next season, want him there, and it looks as though he might be going there next season.
Well, very interesting discussion around John McCain, of course, himself a Socceroo. Well, up the F3 derby at the Energy Australia Stadium, and didn't...
That we've struggled to get a Socceroo coach on.